In this video, we are going to talk about the new version of ETI Image plugin inside Photoshop, which is version 2.5.5, and all the new things, new features, new tools, and new AI models that we added. So if you're ready, let's begin. So it's been more than 10 days that I wanted to record a new video about the updates that we had, but I didn't get the chance. And little by little, we added new updates, new versions. And now in this video, we are going to talk about all of them. So before we begin with this new update, if you are not familiar with this plugin, you can watch this part. If you are already familiar and if you already have this plugin, you can skip this section. So this AI plugin inside Photoshop lets you to use different AI models inside Photoshop. For example, we have Nano Banana 2, Nano Banana Pro, Seedream 4.5, Seedream 5 Lite, and many other AI models. For example, Qwen 2 and 1 2.7 was added recently in these new updates. All you need to do is to just select the AI model that you want, like this, and then make a selection, either the whole image or just part of the image. And then here inside the text area, you can write your prompt and then click on generate. Of course, you need to connect this plugin to other platforms. Like if we come to the setting here under API tab, we have different platforms like Replicate, like FreePic, like Kai, or even Google. And not all the models that we have work with all of them. For example, only Nano Banana 2 and Nano Banana Pro works with Google API. And the way it works is that, for example, I can come here and select Nano Banana 2, then come to the settings. And here I can select which AI provider I want to use. For example, Replicate. Here I can see the price for each image that I want to generate. If it is, for example, 4K, it will cost me 15 cents if I use Replicate. If I use Kai, it will charge me 9 cents. So it is a little bit cheaper. So let's say I select Replicate, and for it to work, I have to come to replicate.com. I will put a link down in the description, create an account here, then go to billing. Here I have to add some amount of credit, like $1, $5, whatever I want, and then come to API tokens, write a name here, click on create token, and it gives me a key. All I need to do is to come here and click on this icon, copy token, and then come here inside the setting of our plugin, inside Replicate API, just paste the key here and click on save, and then it will be connected to Replicate platform. Now for each AI model, when you click on setting, you can see the AI provider and you can select the platform that you want, or some of them only work with one platform. For example, 1.2.7 only work with Kai, and here it is written required Kai API. And if you scroll down, you can see the rest of the settings. This plugin also has a Pro tab, which here we have some advanced and pro features like some fast actions to recreate and restore old damaged images, like this one that we converted it to this using Nano Banana Pro. It's just a couple of clicks and make a selection and click on generate. Then the app, the plugin will do the rest. Here we have some other features as well, like enhancement. For example, you can select Crystal AI model, and with this AI, you can upscale your image up to 200 megapixel. And we have, for example, Magnific, which is from FreePic, and Skin, which these two are also really good. And for these to work, you need to connect FreePic API. If you get the plugin, you will get all the tutorials about this plugin as well, so you can learn how you can use it. And to get the plugin, the link will be down in the description. It will take you to a page like this. You can come here, watch some of the videos, learn more about the plugin, and if you're happy with it, you can purchase it and install it on your Photoshop. So now let's talk about the update. So if you come here at the top if we click on the version, we can see the changelog. So these are the 3 updates that in this video we are going to talk about. So here in this version 2.5.3, we added Qwen 2 AI model, which in a separate video we talked about it already. We added a feature called JSON Extract, which in this video I'm going to show you how it works. We also added some progress bar. When you generate images, you can see the progress and how much percentage was done to generate that image, and some UI improvements. After this version, we had more updates. Like for example, here we added Claude Sonnet 4.6, which in a moment, again, I will show you. We also added a feature that let you edit your prompt in full screen mode, so you have more space to work on your prompt. And in this latest version, we also added 1.2.7. So let's get into it. So first of all, when you are working on your prompt, maybe your prompt is too long and it is very hard for you to edit it here. You can come here, click on this arrow, it will make it full screen, and now you have more room to work on your prompt. So let's talk about the JSON extract. So if we come to the Pro tab, if we scroll down, here we have a new section which is called JSON Extract. So if we come here, I got this image from Google, and here we have 2 AI models, Sonnet from Kai platform or Kimi from Replicate. So if you have connected your plugin only to Replicate, then Sonnet won't work. You have to select Kimi, okay? Here it will use Kimi K2.5 AI model to analyze your image and give you a JSON file. So what is a JSON file? For example, let's say I'm going to select this image, okay? And I'm going to come and let's say I'm going to select object and colors. Just click on it. It will take a couple of seconds to analyze the image and then prepare the content, the text for you. Now, the reason that we added 2 AI models here is because sometimes, for example, Kimi may not work on Replicate. You can use the other one, or maybe Sonnet won't work. It may give you some errors. Just for rare times, you can use the other one. So the result is ready. As you can see, it's a long text, and what it did is that it analyzed our image and it found each single object that we have in the scene. For example, here we have a sofa, which is this one. And here we have all the information about it, the color of the sofa, so it doesn't have secondary color, and the texture of the sofa, the size of the sofa, the location or the position of the sofa, everything is here. And the way it works is that you can just copy it or click on use in prompt, then it will jump in the core tab, and let's make it full screen. The way it works is that now I can make some changes here. For example, I may want to change the color of my sofa by giving the color code very precise. This is why the JSON file is very popular between people who are using AI image generators, is because it will give them more details with more access to control anything in the image they have. So for example, let's say I want this object, okay? Let's say here we have a table. Let's say I don't want to edit the table. I'm going to remove it. And here we have a green pillow, okay, which is this one. I'm going to keep that as well. And let's say I'm going to remove everything else, okay? So I'm going to come here, scroll down, and remove all the other objects, okay? So we have these 2 objects. And now I'm going to come here, and for the sofa, I'm going to write down, let's say, black color. And for the material, instead of fabric, I'm going to write down something like leather, okay? And for this green pillow, I'm going to change the color, let's say to dark red color, and for the material, the same way. I'm going to change it to leather. Okay. So this is my prompt now. I'm done editing it. My prompt is available here. And now I'm going to make my selection. And I'm going to come and let's say I'm going to select Nano Banana Pro. And in the setting, it is set on Kai. I can select Google. Well, Google will never fail, almost never fail, but it will be a bit more expensive. It will be 24 cents, for example. I'm going to go with Kai, which it will cost only 12 cents. On 4K, match input, and now I'm going to click on generate. So here is the progress bar that we mentioned. Now you can see the progress bar of Nano Banana Pro generating the image that we asked for with percentage. So let's fast forward until the result is ready. All right, the result is ready, and here we have a new layer which exactly just changed the material and the color of sofa and this one pillow. Okay, everything else is exactly the same. This is why sometimes using JSON file as a prompt, it would make more sense and it will make your work much easier. For example, we can again come to the Pro tab, and here let's work on weather and time. First we need to make a selection. Let's work on weather and time. So I'm going to click on weather and time, and it will take some time to generate the JSON file. The result is ready, and for example, for weather and time, it is much shorter because it's one scene only, and it is very easy to make it. Now I'm going to show you how it works with Sonnet as well. Again, you need to just make the selection and just again click on weather and time. Now it will send the request to Kai platform and use Sonnet 4.6 to analyze the image. Well, Sonnet is a little bit better than Kimi. So if you want it to be more precise, you can use Sonnet as well. So the result is ready. I'm just going to click on use in prompt, and it will load it here. Plus it will add this first text, modify this image based on the following JSON prompt. So if we come here, the time of the day is morning. I'm going to change it to night. And the weather here is overcast. I'm going to change it to, let's say, rainy. Okay, so I'm going to click on done. I made my selection. Let's click on generate. Let's wait for the result to get ready. Here is the result, and it looks amazing. Just compare it with before and after. Look at the outside weather, which before it was morning and now it is rainy. And it also understood, since it is night, it decided to turn on the candles or turn on the lights. And now here we can see the reflection in the stone in front of it. And it looks really cool. So this way you can use JSON format for a better prompt. We have other things here as well, like pose and expression if you are working on a portrait, lighting, camera and lens, color grading as well. For example, I'm going to make a selection and I'm going to click on color grading. Then it will analyze the image. It will give me the color grading. Then I can change it. And a good way for that is to just come here, copy the result. And then you can come, for example, on any AI model. For example, let's say I'm going to use Claude. I can come here and I can ask Claude to modify this color grading to something else. I mentioned I have a JSON text file of color grading of an image, and I want you to modify the color grading and make it like a horror scene. Okay, so I'm just going to send it, and then it will rewrite this for me. It will just change the colors, and I can use the result as something that I want to change. So I'm just going to copy the result, come back here. Let's go to core tab. Let's make it bigger. So we need the first part, modify this image based on the following JSON prompt. And for the rest, I'm just going to paste it. Click on done. we have made a selection and click on generate. Let's fast forward when the image is ready. And here is the result. Now it is night, it is dark, and now the colors of our scene look like a scary movie, right? Here's before and here's after. So you can work with this, play with it. I'm sure you're gonna get fantastic results. So this was one of the updates. So the next thing that we just added today is 1.2.7. It's a new AI model, and you can come here. Here is the setting. It is only available right now on Kai. So if you want to work with it, you have to come to the setting, and here you need to add the Kai API, and the process is very simple and straightforward. I will put a link to all of these platforms down in the description. You have to come to this website, then come to API keys. First go to billing, add some amount of credit, then come to API keys, create a new API key, then again copy the API key by clicking on this button. Make sure you copy it this way, because sometimes when you just want to copy and paste it, if there is a space there or some mistake in even one number or one letter, then it won't work. Okay, so just copy it and then come here to the plugin, paste it, save it, and then it will be connected. Okay, so here we have 1.2.7, and to learn more about that, here are some information. Later I will create a complete video just for this AI model to show you exactly what are its abilities, but quickly we'll have a look at what it can do. First of all, it has two versions of base and pro, which here you can see. Here we have base and pro version, and for pro you will have the 4K result as well. And then the abilities of this AI model, one of them is that it can work on portrait faces. For example, here we can see we have oval face. Here we have a square face. It's the same person, the same face, but it just changed the way his face looked like, the structure. The same, for example, for smiley eyes, for puffy eyes. You can work on your portrait with details, or it will follow precise color palette. You can keep your color palette. For example, you can get the color palette from an image like this and then apply it or keep it the same way on another image with the same color palette. Here's another example that you can see. And also they have improved its ability to render texts with details, so it will make less mistakes and it will be more precise when it wants to write some text. So we should expect less hallucination when it is generating texts. There are some other things. For example, you can specifically mention to add some items on your image, meaning editing your image, and you can see it added those items exactly in the positions that you marked. Also, it has 2K, 1K, and 4K, which I already mentioned. And you can come here to this page. Again, I will put the link down in the description so you can learn more about this new AI model. But anyway, I will do my best to create a video dedicated just for 1.2.7 and explain all the features and test it together. So more or less that was all about the updates that we had for the past 3 versions and the features we added. Of course, there are some other things like fixing bugs or improving some of the UI, which we did, and it doesn't need to explain it here. It's obvious when you use it. So that was all about this plugin and the changes. Again, if you don't have this plugin, the link will be down in the description. You can get the plugin, install it on your Photoshop, and use AI models directly inside Photoshop and enjoy it. So that was all. If you are interested in this kind of videos, do not forget to like and leave a comment. So this way I will understand you like this kind of content and I will make more of them for you. Of course, if you have any question regarding this update, regarding the ETI Image Photoshop plugin, You can leave a comment. I will read all of your comments and respond to all of them. Of course, if you are not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, click on subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. That would be all. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon on the next video.